what it is, what it do. That like button. The like button. Need some insight on this. Need some insight on this No King protest. I ain't really been tapped in, man. I need people to fill me in. This shit about. They beefing about, man. It's the issue, man. Are they saying Donald Trump is trying to be a king instead of a president? Need insight, man. Who know? Who know about this No King protest? I just found about it yesterday. I've been seeing it online, but I ain't never really had time to really look into what the issues is. So I need somebody with some knowledge of the situation to let me know what this is about. What side everybody on? What side is everybody on when it come down to this No King protest? Is we clear? Then let me know if we ain't clear, man. I'm going through the mountains and shit. So it's a chance that it's a chance shit get blurry. So y'all gotta let me know. Let me know if we don't get clear. But where the people with knowledge? I need some people with knowledge of this No King shit. What they protesting about? I know one thing I told y'all though. Before Trump, when Trump first became president, I said, yo, expect a lot of protests. Who remember I said that? Expect a lot of protests, expect rioting, expect it. Which is crazy, you know, because we didn't see none of this during Biden's term. There's a lot of issues during Biden's term too, that shit. I think during Biden's time, we had the worst term ever. Man, Biden fucked the United States, yo, fucked the economy up, you heard me. It wasn't no protest though. But remember I told y'all, for people that been here, remember I told y'all, when Trump get reelected, expect these demonstrations to start happening all over the place. And for what I understand about this No King, these states protesting ICE. They can't be protesting gas prices because that shit going down. What the fuck is they protesting? The National Guard? Like, somebody let me know, y'all. A1, what it is? A1, you familiar with that shit? Hit that like button, y'all. We got 64 people, 2 likes. Come on now, god damn. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I need some insight. Are we clear? A1, we clear? Are we clear, y'all? Let me know if we don't get clear. Please. But, I need insight, y'all. What is this about? Do I gotta look up on my own? Donatella. Already. Yeah, I'm going through the mountains and shit, so shit probably it's gonna get dicey. Yo, who knows about the No King protest? What it's about? What they protesting? Is it gonna turn a rioting elite? Or is it gonna be peaceful? I want some information, man. You know, every now and then I come to y'all for information. You know, I give information, but then I come to y'all too. You know, I don't know everything. I need to be filled in. 3 degrees. Are they doing a No King protest in Greece? Or is this an America thing? Somebody let me know, man. some Americans in here, man. See all the foreign lands, man. Oh my God. Come on now with the dumb shit, man. Rick, you probably don't know shit about the No. You probably know less about the No King protest than me. Than when you're talking that dumb ass shit. Matter of fact, yo, fuck it. Since anybody gonna tell me, we're gonna look it up. I had to look it up myself. Let's figure out what this shit about. Hold on. Say what? See the tech. I'm looking up myself, yo. Since somebody seems to know. Yo, we got 95 people and 3 likes. So that's ridiculous. I'm gonna check it out myself. Yo. We listen to it together since nobody knows. So we got a protest that's supposed to be happening in 50 states and don't nobody know what the fuck going on? I don't know. I ain't going to no motherfucker. I don't go to no protest. I don't do no protesting, man. That shit don't solve nothing. Waste of time. But I'm want to see what they protest. What time these protests supposed to start? You familiar with the No Kings protests? Kids don't know about it either. No Kings protests. Okay, No King protests across the U.S. Alright, here we go, y'all.
I'm not spending $40 on drive-thru when I can feed all of us for 10. Tonight's a hamburger helper night. I looked at the...
Thousands of protesters are expected to come out in force this Saturday for the second batch of the No Kings anti-Trump protest that's planned nationwide. And Republicans are wasting no time smearing the demonstrators before they even set foot on the streets. There's Speaker Mike Johnson, who has slammed the protest as a, quote, hate America rally that would draw the, quote, pro-Hamas wing and the Antifa people. Joining us now is Leah Greenberg. She's the co-founder of Indivisible, which is one of the main organizers of the No Kings rally. Leah, thank you so much for making the time to be with us tonight. They've said that this is a un-American rally, that this is pro-Hamas, that this is about Antifa. Tell me, what is this rally actually about?
Well, the No Kings rally is a big tent political movement. We are calling on everyone who is standing up against Donald Trump's authoritarianism, his corruption, his attacks on our neighbors and on our rights. We're calling all those folks to come together collectively and push back. And that is what it is about. It is a joyful movement. It is a peaceful. These smears are transparently ridiculous and also quite sinister because they are very clearly setting up for broader attack on free speech and the right to dissent in this country.
Given that, I mean...
See, you ain't doing that. Yo, Democrats is the first ones peeling back free speech. That's why I don't get into politics. I suggest everybody fall back from politics. To be honest, we ain't got shit to do with that. Let the people fight that shit out, man. Now the Democrats upset over free speech. That's crazy. But I remember vividly being shadow banned and done dirty on Facebook and Instagram during election when Biden won.
We hear talk, there's reporting that the president is seriously considering invoking the Insurrection Act, and already we've seen these labels used against protesters, clergy members in cities like Chicago and Portland. Are you worried about the safety of Americans who come out to take part in these protests on Saturday?
Well, we're working really hard with the over 2,500 folks or groups who have registered and who are organizing these events in communities all over the country, red areas, blue areas, rural areas, suburban, rural. We're working to make sure that everybody's got the safety training, the de-escalation training, the preparation and safety teams to make sure that these are peaceful and joyful and positive events for everyone involved. We want to be sure that we're doing our...
Thanks, a lot of money being put into this. De-escalation training, and if they got boot camps, do they got protest boot camps where they train them to be skilled protesters? I ain't never heard no shit like that before. Run it back. People that missed it.
We're working really hard with the over 2,500 folks or groups who have registered and who are organizing these events in communities all over the country, red areas, blue areas, rural areas, suburban, rural. We're working to make sure that everybody's got the safety training, the de-escalation training, the preparation and safety teams to make sure that these are peaceful and joyful and positive events for everyone involved. We want to be sure that we're doing our part collectively to make that happen. And also, we need to denounce this incredibly irresponsible rhetoric that is fueling a climate of greater anger, greater anger on the Republican side, as these folks are just blatantly lying about what our movement is and what we are trying to do.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the psychology of fear and whether what we're seeing with the crackdown on immigration, with the rhetoric against protest, with the increasing language of using Antifa, even using the word domestic terrorist organizations, trying to link that to liberal causes or the George Soros Foundation. Talk to us about that climate and how it animates those that you would like to come out on No King's Day.
Absolutely. Well, what we're seeing right now is straight out of the authoritarian playbook, right? Their whole idea is that if they can make enough people afraid, then we start to fall in line preemptively. We start to obey in advance, right? That is the whole idea, that once they've kind of created that climate of fear, they don't even have to do this repression because everyone just starts doing what they want. And we've seen them enact that playbook with businesses, with law firms, with higher education, and now they're trying to do it in civil society and philanthropy and on regular people. And that is what we have collectively got to oppose, because what we need...
Oh, well, they did that to the black community. That's the thing that be tripping me out with all these people, right? Like with everything that be going on, people seem to act like this is new. They did a whole fear-mongering campaign against black people. You talk about... where was this outrage? Where was the No King rally then? You know what I mean? When they was fear-mongering the rest of the world on black people and pushing false narratives on black people, where the fuck was the No King rallies? Where was these 2,500 different groups that was going to all these communities? And man, that's why I don't fuck with none of that shit, man. I think you'd be a goddamn fool to go out there and protest. Cause ain't shit changing. People gonna do what they want to do anyway.
We need to understand is that the authoritarian playbook, the idea that they are all powerful, the idea that they can get away with this, it's a lie. It's always been a lie. And the reason that they are so scared, the reason that they are trying to preemptively prevent us from expressing our rights is because they understand that large-scale peaceful protest is what exposes that lie, is what shows that we can actually collectively defy them, and what fuels the broader conditions for courage across society that's going to be pushed back against this administration.
Do you feel like this movement is different? I mean, you guys have been around for a very long time. You've been part of many protests, many organizing. You've done this for years. Is there something different about what we will expect on Saturday?
Well, first of all, I would say the scale is different. Now,
how big is it? How many people are you expecting at this point?
We're expecting in the millions, but I'll just give you an example of the scale and how it has changed. So we were...
In the millions? Jesus Christ. I'm going out there, yo. I'm going to the No Kings protest. We're going. They say in the millions.
We were active in the first Trump administration. The single largest demonstration in the first Trump administration was around 750 events across the country for the Families Belong Together rallies opposing family separation, right? But we're now expecting about 2,500 events around the country on No King. So we're talking about literally 4 times as many, and places all over, really red, really rural, all over the map. We are seeing people come out collectively and oppose it. And that, I think, is the other thing. We're seeing a really big tent. People are saying, I don't agree on everything right now, but what I agree on is that this isn't what our country is supposed to be. This isn't what I want for my neighbors. This isn't what I want for my kids. And so I'm coming out and showing up.
All right, Leah Greenberg, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. We look forward to talking.
I won't be there. What the fuck is she talking about? I just don't understand the purpose. Some of them rallies are going to turn violent, man. That's what they always do. You know, they get up there and talk real good. A lot of people's antagonists, a lot of them are paid actors. That's how they get you. They get the paid actors to go out there, and they create most of the ruckus. And then the normal folks, you know, the people that's confused, they just go out there and fall in line thinking they fighting for a righteous cause. Really, they ain't fighting for shit. That's how that go, y'all. I don't know how many people knew that or not, but it probably ain't been an organic riot since Freddie Gray. You know what I mean? Everything after that, every protest, all that shit was staged. Like a stage show. You know what I mean? But let's get some more information, y'all. She ain't really tell us nothing. Like, I want to know what's the core issue. I ain't really getting nothing from her. Proud Democrats join King protest. Alright.
What's down there? For ages, man could only wonder. Until 1950.
Meanwhile, it's like deja vu. Today, millions are expected to hit the streets in all 50 states as part of the anti-Trump No Kings protests. This comes months after widespread demonstrations on the day of the Army's 250th anniversary parade.
Our own Madeline Rivera joins us from Washington with all of those details. Maddie, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Organizers say the first No Kings rally back in June drew about 5 million people at more than 2,000 rallies. They expect this weekend's demonstrations to have an even bigger turnout. They anticipate more than 2,500 protests across the country, about 450 more than were planned in June. A statement from the event's website states since June, President Trump has doubled down. His administration is sending masked agents into our streets, terrorizing our communities. They are targeting immigrant families, profiling, arresting, and detaining people without warrants. Several Democrats are expected to participate, including Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, Connecticut Senators Chris Murphy and Richard Blumenthal, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu, DNC Chair Ken Martin, among others. House Speaker Mike Johnson is slamming the event and Democrats for taking part.
Democrat leaders are going to join for a big party out on the National Mall. They're going to be.
Then Chuck Schumer just. Y'all forget, y'all. If we get, I'm going through the back road. Yeah, I can't get with that shit, man. They out there wasting their time, man. They could be out. They could go have a picnic or something. I mean, go do something more constructive. You feel me? They go do something more constructive with their time, man. Out here taking it to the streets. Ain't solving nothing. This shit crazy. Yo, be prepared for y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. Democrats, Republicans, it's all the same. They really on the same chain. The object is to just keep us arguing, keep us beefing, keep us in disagreement. Meanwhile, they pushing the same line. They both try and peel back free speech. They just argue when the other side do it first. You know what I mean? You know, free speech ain't never been real anyway, like I told y'all before. Because if it was free speech, it'd be free of consequence. There ain't never been no speech that was free of consequence, ever. So this pulling back of free speech, that's just a ploy. It ain't never been free speech, ever. If it was free speech, Martin Luther King wouldn't have got killed. You understand what I'm saying? Malcolm X wouldn't have lost his life if it was free speech. That motherfucking free speech. This shit's a lie. They need to X that out the Constitution. And people need to stop repeating it, because it's not true. But let's get some more information on this one.
Descend on our Capitol for their much anticipated so-called No Kings rally. We refer to it by its more accurate description, the Hate America rally. You're going to bring together the Marxists, the Socialists, the Antifa advocates, the anarchists, and the pro-Hamas wing.
Do y'all, you see what I'm saying? They call it the No Kings rally. The writers call it the Hate America rally. So what does that leave the people? If the left is calling it No Kings, and they saying they doing it for a righteous cause, and the right is calling it a hate rally, then where does that leave the people? That leaves the people in disagreement. That leaves the people in argument. You understand what I'm saying? Meanwhile, these motherfuckers, all they doing is getting rich. Yeah, man, they paying their pockets. They gonna get their money one way or another. Hit that like button, y'all.
Of the far left Democrat Party. That is the modern Democratic Party.
But independent Senator Bernie Sanders says the rally is meant to do the opposite, like upholding the values of the Constitution and pushing back against what they say is authoritarianism.
Hello, Speaker Johnson. The No Kings rally on October 18th is not a hate America rally. In fact, it's quite the contrary. We love America rally.
Meantime, President Trump tells Maria Bartiromo on an exclusive interview on Sunday morning.
Mr. President, do you think that the government shutdown is all about this rally that's happening this weekend, the No Kings rally?
No, I mean, some people say they want to delay it for the king. This is not a king. You know, they're referring to me as a king. I'm not a king.
Right. Schumer is urging protesters to march peacefully. Most of the demonstrations at the first No Kings rally in June were peaceful, but a handful did erupt into violence, leading to several arrests. Charlie, Rachel, and Griff.
Thank you, Maddie.
Now, what time these rallies supposed to start? Immigrants make America great. Okay, started 3 hours ago. Let's go.
Okay, Brian. Craziest touchdown ever.
Tennessee Titans. Music City Miracle.
Tyson snags it, starts running like he's double parked.
Good morning to you, John. This is just one of the locations, thousands of locations where No Kings protests are planned for later today. The one here in Times Square, planned for 11 a.m. Organizers say these protests are against President Trump, his administration, and his policies, claiming an abuse of power on the part of the president. Now, these No Kings protests started over the summer. That was the first wave of protests. Organizers today expect millions will participate in more than 2,500 protests across the country, including major cities like Chicago, San Francisco, New Orleans, and Atlanta. Today's protests have a new focus happening as the government shutdown continues and after months of intensifying immigration raids and the deployment of federal troops in cities. Now, for their part, Republicans like House Speaker Mike Johnson are calling the protests un-American.
And some of these people are so blinded by their hatred of President Donald Trump that they can't find one reason to celebrate America or all that we've accomplished and continue to accomplish under this new administration.
That's not hateful. What's hateful is what happened on January 6th. That was a Hate America rally sponsored by Donald Trump and his sycophants who incited a violent mob to storm the Capitol. That's what hate looks like.
Back out here live where we're standing now, thousands of protesters are expected later, 47th and Broadway. Now, when a White House spokesperson was asked about President Trump's response to these claims that he is acting more like a monarch than a president, the spokesperson simply replied by saying, "Who cares?" We are live in Times Square this morning. I'm Julie Millay, Pix 11 News.
Hey, yo, this political violence ain't never gonna stop. Do y'all see how they playing the people? Y'all don't see what they doing? I'm telling you, man, people better fall back from politics, man. You say they protesting on Route 40? That fucking is crazy. Don't see me out that bitch. I ride past honking horn. Yeah, hey, Chuck a deuce. Hey, yo, this bitch, better take your ass in the house. That dumb ass. This shit crazy, man. Yeah, for real. I heard in Pittsburgh last time they was on the highway. I'm like, yo, that is crazy. How much are all these people getting paid? Y'all do know some of these people get paid, right? So for the people that's going out there payment free, you need to try to find out a way to get paid for your services, man. You know what I mean? But people that's going out there unpaid, you know, probably took a day off from work. You need to try to find a way to get paid. There's a lot of them guys out there get paid. A lot of people get paid good money for that. You know what I mean? That's like a job. They go state to state. You know what I mean? room and board, free flights. If you're gonna go that route, you might as well, you know, make it count. You'll be going out that bitch for free. Being the antagonist. Yeah, they get paid. Some people get paid for that, man. Those are paid demonstrations. You know what I mean? How much money do it cost to organize something like that? 2,500 different groups? Oh, you know what I mean? How much money that take? You can't just do that off of Facebook groups. Oh man, that shit way bigger than that. So they protesting ICE. They protesting the deployment of National Guard to some of these communities. Yo, but I ain't gonna lie, y'all. The economy is doing a whole lot better than it was. Now, the stock market be up and down, you know, because, you know, some of Trump rhetoric. But as far as prices, prices ain't been this stable in probably 6 years. Prices are stable, man. The gas pump don't change every time you go up there no more. Look like this shit going down. It's just a matter of what you value. You know, what's important to you. If you fall victim to the rhetoric, then you fuck around and be highly upset. But if you paying attention to what's actually going on, I think you can sleep a whole lot better at night, man. It's just my opinion. You know, this is my opinion. I think, and it's just crazy that they're having all these demonstrations when under Biden, we was in a horrible situation. Where was these demonstrations then? Hey kid, you was here when I told y'all that these demonstrations was coming back. Remember I said that shit a long time ago? When Trump first won, I said, man, get ready for the protests. I'm telling you. Black Lives Matter, Antifa, they coming back. We ain't seen them the last 4 years. And the last 4 years was horrible. Gas price went up to $6. We was being sold out to one of them fucking whatever country that was, China or whatever the fuck it was, Biden was selling us out to. I mean, we being sold out now too, but it's not really affecting us. It's not really affecting our pockets. Like the selling out that Biden was doing affected our pockets. Like you couldn't barely survive out this bitch. Prices through the roof. That nigga was incompetent as a bitch. He didn't know what to do with himself. I don't even think Biden was president, to be honest. I think he was too damn old. Like, the motherfucker... Oh, man. That man had dementia. That man got elected president with dementia. What the fuck? Who the fuck was really running the country, y'all? Anybody ever think that? And when Biden was president, in the bus, that damn sure wasn't him. His ass couldn't even figure out how to walk up the plane steps, sitting at the podium, didn't know which way to go. Like, ain't no way he ran the world. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way hell. I'd be a fool to believe it. You know what I mean? Even if he did, I don't believe it. I'd rather say he didn't. Cause ain't no way. I mean, he could have. The world was fucked up. I remember vividly, going to the gas pump, and every time I went to the gas pump, the shit was high. I remember getting some gas in my car, take 93. Gas was like $4.50. When I went back the next day, that shit was like $4.80. I said, God damn. I fuck gas go up 30 cents a day. You don't see that no more, man. Remember the beef was about eggs? Egg prices is high. I think egg prices went a little down since then. But it's crazy that everybody make a fuss, when they talk about the tariffs. The tariffs is going to do this. Yeah, I haven't seen any difference in them tariffs, in them sanctions. Nothing changed. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that was a thing? Oh, the tariffs is going to do this, that, and the third. It's like, they get people upset and get people riled up. And then when it don't come into fruition, they just back away from it, never speak about it again. And people just be left on the ledge. That's why you gotta stay the fuck out of politics. Politics ain't for us, man. Let them people fight that shit out. And all they doing is fighting over money. It's really all it is, y'all. Fighting over money. They backstabbing over money. They killing over money. It's about interest. Lobbyists. They kill over that shit. Yep, money and power. Talking about sweet, man. You ask what they tell you. Tell me what they say. Because I'm not saying it in the prices. I'm not saying it at the market. That's what I worry about. You know, let the soybean farmers sort it out there. Tell them get in the field. Tell them go to the No Kings protest. But I'm talking the average everyday citizen that just go to work every day. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. I don't have no soybean farmers in my neighborhood. I don't have nothing to talk to. Maybe you can enlighten us. No, I'm asking you, Jersey. Let me know. What are they saying? Let me know, y'all. That's what we're here for. I want answers. All right? I wasn't even familiar with this protest until just now. So I tried to lure in some people that was more familiar. You know, maybe y'all can help me out. What are the soybean farmers saying about the tariffs? The tariffs on what country? Is it the China tariffs? What tariffs are they talking about? Because they place tariffs on a lot of different countries. So enlighten us, Jersey. There was. It's Donatello. Now I do know about that, right? Because I talked to a guy that he was in the distribution business of goods, and he was talking about how they was gouging prices on the eggs. I do know about that from one of my tolls that I did a while ago. But he didn't really, you know. Shit, it's a game. You know, they go up, they go down. He ain't saying like he was too stressed or uneased over the situation. But he definitely did say that when it came down to the eggs. Let me get past this little point right here. Sorry, 2 lanes. AK, but it seems like things got stabilized. Everything is high. Everything been higher since the pandemic. You know, the pandemic was like a reset, but that's what I think. You know, pandemic served a lot of different purposes. You know, they needed a reason to go up on prices so they couldn't go back down. But before Trump got in office, prices wasn't stable. You know what I mean? They weren't. When Biden was in office, they was high and it wasn't stable. It's like they were just doing what the fuck they wanted to do. The prices was up and down like a motherfucker, like a seesaw. It's like now with Trump in office, it's not up and down like that no more. The prices are pretty much the same. And they're actually going down slowly. They're actually going down slowly. See, I don't pay attention to the rhetoric. Like, I don't pay attention to none of that shit, man. Hey, hold up, Trump did the press conference the other day. What was this? Some of the things Trump was talking about. I think the rhetoric is funny. I ain't gonna lie. I trips off Trump ass. I laugh. I get a good laugh. Every time he do a press conference, I'm bound to get a few laughs out that bitch. I mean, this shit almost guaranteed. bound to get a good laugh. So, because I don't take politics serious like some people. Are we clear, y'all? Are we clear? I think I pay very close attention.
Because he has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to fuck around with the United States. Thank you, everybody. He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to fuck around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, like shit like that is hilarious to me, man. Like what the fuck? That nigga, his ass ain't got no decorum. You know what I mean? He don't want to fuck around with the United States. That's why he playing fair. His bitch ass know what's up. He might as well said that. I mean, his bitch ass know what it is. We'll slap the shit out of her if he ever step out of line. I'd have been cool with that, like shit. As long as he stand on it. Fuck, I can't complain. I say the same thing sometimes. Yeah. Hold up. Let's see if we got some more.
Been in jail for life. I'm wondering what China is thinking right now. Did Xi Jinping congratulate you about the success of the peace deal?
Well, I heard he did. There was a statement put up, but
Because in the middle
I'm
of it
meeting
all,
with him.
he squeezed the U.S. by tightening the export controls on rare earth minerals.
He did, and I raised our tariffs to 100% on top of what they're already paying, which is far worse. We'll see what happens with China. I've always had a great relationship with them, as you know, but they're always looking for an edge. You know, they ripped off our country for years. They made with Bush, with everybody. They made Obama. It was terrible. And you know, I really liked Ronald Reagan. I loved him as a president, but he was not good on trade. He really wasn't good on trade. On trade, he wasn't good. But he was good in many ways. But I will tell you that China in particular, boy, they did a number on our country. They took money out. Now, it's reversed. I mean, you know, we're doing very well with China. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't tell you. We're going to meet in a couple of weeks. We're going to meet in South Korea, actually. The President Xi and other people too, but we're going to meet. We have separate meeting set up.
If you put that 100% tariff on top of what's in place already, you're at 157% tariff on China. Can that stand?
No.
What is that going to do to the economy?
It's not sustainable, but that's what the number is. It's probably not, you know, it could stand, but they forced me to do that. I think we're going to do fine with China. I get along great with him. He's a very strong leader, very, you know, amazing man. And you look at what he's done and what he's, you know, where his life is an amazing story. It's a story for a great movie. I think we're going to be fine with China, but we have to have a fair deal. It's got to be fair. And you cover it as well as anybody that's ever covered this subject. You know, it's a very complex subject. But China has ripped us off from day one. And, you know, Richard Nixon, he allowed this to happen. You know, he was the one, he opened China. And I said, is that good or bad? You tell me. He unleashed it. And we have a very strong adversary. And they only respect strength. They really do. They only respect.
I'm wondering what China is thinking right now. Did Xi Jinping congratulate you about the success of the peace deal?
I ain't see nothing wrong with that. You gotta play fair.
Love is love is a...
In a recent...
Let's see what else I got. Stephen A. Smith punk ass. Well, Stephen A. Smith trying to get into politics. Trying to be a political figure now. I mean, I don't know, y'all. We're gonna go back into this No Kings protest thing, man. See what the fuck going on. You know, I'm sure some of them gonna turn violent. But if you go out there, man, make sure you get paid. You got plans on going out there, man. Link up with the people that's cutting the check. Don't go out that bitch for free and be a dumbass. Just get a couple of hours, you know. Make the time worth it. You know what I mean? Might see y'all in traffic riding past or something. You know what I mean? Hard to hold at you. But other than that, I think that's just stupid. Cause I believe that both these people are on the same side and they playing the people against each other. And the sooner we figure that out, the better. The sooner we figure out that politics is playing the people against each other, the better we'll be as American people. You understand? They said exactly what I said. You got one side calling it anti-American, other side saying this is American. And now you got people debating and beefing over some shit that really we probably don't even really understand. You know what I mean? No, that's how they do, yo. It's like when they sign a deal. You know, you got the deal that's written in bold print, and then you got written in fine print, the other laws that was passed. You know, it's showing us what's in bold, but we don't really see what's going on for real. You know what I mean? We ain't looking at the underlying issues and what this shit really about. And that's really what matters. It's like when it's like when you like a disclaimer, or like when you buy a product and they say, yeah, this is for washing your hair, and then in small print they tell you, yeah, but your hair can fall out, it can cause skin cancer, it can do this, it can do that, it can do this. We always overlook that shit. That's politics. Politics in a nutshell. You know what I mean? Politics in a nutshell, man. But let me pay attention to this road. Really wanted to see what was going on with that situation, share it with the people. But I'll be live again. Yeah, the side effects, kid. Oh yeah. Hey, Jim. What the fuck is wrong with you, Jim? Like, yo, what the fuck be wrong with y'all? Like, he's crazy, man. You need a black man. Your name is Jim, yo. Like, make this make sense. What the fuck is you talking about, man? Get yourself together, man. You need to figure shit out. What's up, Clipson? Why don't they go to the Congress and protest instead of waiting? Yeah, you're right. That is a good. Hey, Mello, that is a good point. Take that shit to their doorstep. You know what I mean? That's how you really get things done. You know what I mean? Go to the doorstep. Sit out that bitch for 5 days. You feel me? Go to the doorstep, sit out that bitch for 5 days. They gonna have to do something. I mean, gotta have some type of compromise. Call off work for a week. Say fuck that job. Quit working. If you really want to make some changes, you better quit working. Say fuck it. We ain't even going to work no more. Nobody. Yeah, we all quit, and we ain't going back until these demands are met. That's how you really make change. But don't nobody want to make no real change. They just want to play. You know what I mean? They want to play the people against each other. That's all the fuck that is. Yo, but share the live. Yo, hit that like button. It's another day of Keeping G News. And I'm out.